Breaking news out of an Orange County court. A judge has rejected attempts by a man convicted in a fatal police shooting of a teenager a chance at a new trial.
Yeah, John Jackson has been in prison for the armed robbery that led to his nephew's death for 25 years. The officer who shot the teen was John Mina long before he became Orange County's sheriff. Let's get you right to West 2 News' investigative reporter Greg Fox. And Greg, your interview with Jackson in jail played a key role today.
It did, and Jackson's attorney was very upset when he learned that the state was going to be playing some clips from our jail interview with Jackson from last October in its attempt to keep him behind bars.
Meaning you had some prior knowledge of their plans to commit a robbery.
No, that's not what I told Channel 2 News.
The courtroom became a TV screening room as the prosecutor showed clips of an exclusive jail interview West 2 Investigates conducted with John Jackson last October. He told us about the 1999 armed robbery and police shooting at the Ale House restaurant on Kirkman Road and how he was wounded in the leg while running out of the building. The officer was current Orange County Sheriff John Mina. The state used parts of our interview to contrast them with statements Jackson made on the stand yesterday, blaming the robbery on his 17-year-old nephew, Joseph Dungy, who was fatally shot, and another man we're not identifying because his charges were dropped.
According to your interview with Channel 2, the office door fly open.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it made a bang.
Right.
But the prosecutor pushed back on that statement to us because Jackson said on the stand he was in the kitchen, not near the office door where the robbers were trying to steal cash and where Mina shot the teen. Jackson also told us at the jail he was wearing khaki pants and a light-colored shirt the night of the crime, not the dark clothing and ski masks that Mina and witnesses described. That claim was supported in Wednesday's testimony by Dwan Miller, a newly revealed witness who said she was with Jackson at the restaurant that night. But Jackson told us he was wounded at the back door when Mina fired shots at the other robber. The state jumped on that claim.
What did you do with your pants?
I mean, it was obviously thrown away.
You destroyed evidence?
Now it's a problem.
Did you destroy evidence? At this juncture, you're in cover-up mode.
Jackson said he regretted doing that and would never have taken a plea to avoid trial had he been given better guidance by his former lawyer.
When everything unfolded and I was being blamed as the culprit, no, I didn't get a chance to explain my side of the story.
But in the end, the judge rejected Miller's testimony as new and Jackson's testimony as relevant and worthy of a new trial.
The court does not find the defendant credible.
And if the judge had found the testimony credible from either Jackson or for the witness who testified yesterday, the state might have been forced to call more witnesses that could have included Sheriff John Mina. It ended up that didn't happen and will likely never happen because at this point, the attorney for Jackson says he's not likely to appeal. He has 30 days to do that. Jackson will head back to prison and fill out a sentence that goes to 2031. His family declined to talk with us today. Covering Orange County, live at the Orange County Courthouse in Orlando, Greg Fox, West 2 News.